Hi everyone, Harry here to talk about struggles in various states between Republican officials where they control the majority and the Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division that wants to have monitors at the polls to make sure everything's on the up and up. Now, in the past, when the Voting Rights Act was still vigorous and robust before the Supreme Court essentially eviscerated it, they just had a pre-established right to show up and be there for certain states. The most, as it turns out, sort of intensely red southern states, largely the DOJ had that right. Now they do not, at least as a general matter or as something Congress has provided, because the court has struck down much of the Voting Rights Act. But they have to be able to negotiate it out case by case. And of course, you have the situation where the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice, once seen as the honest broker there to preserve voting rights for all and neutrally, which, by the way, is exactly what it is. Come election day in particular, they are not in any way putting their thumbs on the scale. They're there to protect voting rights generally, and they know the law. But you have Republicans who see them part of the deep state or Biden, centuries for Biden and Harris there to try to enhance Harris's chances of victory, etc. All right. So we've got different kind of negotiated solutions in different places, and it has to do with basically how close they can be and what their duties are. Can they intervene? The last thing that happened in Missouri, where Republican officials sued to keep Justice Department monitors from entering polling sites in St. Louis County, where there's been trouble in the past. And indeed, the judge, pointing to that trouble in the past and a consent decree, a contract that the state entered into, said, I'm not going to tell the Civil Rights Division they can't be here. You agreed to it already. And that's just consistent with the agreement. So I don't give you the relief that you wanted. Okay. So that's what happened in Missouri. In Texas, the similar dynamic, and Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who even Republicans in Texas are hostile toward and tried to impeach. They reached an agreement. DOJ can come in, but no more than 100 feet. Texas had initially sued to block the monitors. So that's, an ongoing thing. Florida is going to try to keep the monitors from being able to be placed there. Whether or not DOJ can prevail and be there has to do with the scope of authority from previous conduct. So, again, before 2013, when the court struck down key provisions of the Voting Rights Act and especially eliminated this authority to give special oversight of certain states with a history of discrimination, they could have people there easily. Now they can't, and it's a fight place by place. So Texas, they're in, but no closer than 100 feet. They are in Missouri because this was agreement before. We'll see what happens in Florida. Part of the drama that's going on. You can sort of picture this. Think about the polls today. There are long lines, and there's going to be different tension and fights. And we know there are going to be certain voters who, if Republicans try to be starchy toward or act official about, will be cowed or deterred perhaps and think that they're going to have trouble if they vote. That's why the Civil Rights Division is there. But they'll be staying 100 feet away. You can imagine dozens or hundreds of encounters, and whether or not they are kosher will depend on the facts. And that's why the courts in various jurisdictions are going to be busy today in real time adjudicating disputes. Okay, so Civil Rights Division, not able to just automatically be there, but it's a sort of state by state and often negotiated solution. They're going to have a role in many places in the country today, but one that Republicans resist and see as part of the Biden-Harris deep state to try to deliver the election to Harris. And of course, Trump seeing it that way means voters will often see it that way. And all of that is the germ for different fights and conflicts on the ground. And it's part of what's going to be a very messy day, and already is one, until the polls close. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.